what's up everyone? Welcome back to Tease Time. Hope everybody's day is going well. Today we have our heater control valve to replace on Percy the van here. This guy right here, it is leaking around the little flanges right there. So I do have this replacement. As you can see, those part numbers. I don't know if this is picking up. Those part numbers are different. The only difference on this, it does have the correct size for the hose, but the way that this little flap right here opens and closes this valve, you can look inside the hole. It's the only thing that's different. So there's a little screw right here. So to make this work, I'm going to take this off and hopefully I can get this swing arm to go to a different position. I need it to start like this one, like so, because right now it is in the open position. So right now I need to unscrew this and get that arm to go on that side, disconnect from there, disconnect the hoses, and it should come out and we should be able to put this in. But let me see if I could get this swing arm to move to a different position so that way I could use it. It's not made for this vehicle. I did match up just like for the whole size. And if this comes off and I can reset this, it's kind of like a servo arm. If I can reset that, we should be good. So let me see. Make sure you have the correct size screwdriver. And do it like so. And for it to work correctly, it needs to be able to rotate like so. Okay, and to get this to work, you see there's like a little groove it has, so it's directional, so it can only go one way. I'm gonna cut that so we can make that a perfect square, and it should fit into the slot correctly in the position that we want it to be, and it should be good. So let me carve that. Alright, so that should work. I just have to dismount the old one, put in the new one. I just don't want this little lack of maintenance to catch me slipping, because it is leaking. So it's leaking a little bit now. I just don't want that thing to just like completely fail on me and leave me stranded. So I'm just going to replace it now. Then it just sits on this little deck, and then the little pin, the little servo arm, it goes through that hole right there. So what that does, it controls the flow of heat to your heater core. So when you turn on the heat, it just allows the coolant to flow through to your heater core. So we have that out. I caught most of the coolant. I did spill a little bit, but we got a little bit right there. So just go ahead and assemble a reverse of what we just did. So it's just the two screws right there on the bottom mount, and then the pin, it slides through like so. And like that. and bada boom, bada bing, it's in, it's installed, it's finished, it's done, it's complete. Yeah, I just went ahead and replaced that because it was leaking from the seam. So I didn't want it to have like a failure while I was driving down the road and leave me on the side of the road. Like when I first got the van in Arizona, and this coolant hose right here decided to split like down in there. So I ended up having to like just cut the hose and just put it further down. But it did leak out a lot of coolant, enough for like the low coolant light to come on. And then I did see like the temperature started to creep just a little bit. So I pulled over, I fixed the hose, and then I had to put like 20-30 miles down the road, just keep an eye on the temperature till I get to a spot where I could fill it back up with water, because coolant wasn't available in the desert. But yeah, we fixed that. So I just went ahead and fixed this now, just rather than later. I just don't want to deal with like a headache. So if you do see something, go ahead and replace it. And when I did install the valve, there's a directional arrow. I installed it the wrong way the first time just now, so I took it back off and just corrected that. Just had to move the servo arm in the right position. So usually with these heater valves, just check for your hose size, and they do match up because the part number is off by a 0 or a 2 right there. So we made it work. It works, it functions. We tested that. When you saw the arm sweeping, that was me doing the heater control valve, just to make sure, or the little switch inside the cab anyway that controls the temperature. So that works. It was doing its sweep action. It's complete. So with that being said, until the next video, don't let your lack of maintenance catch you slipping. Peace, TJ.